Welcome to my interview series, Pop the Hood. In each episode, I'll be introducing you to a fellow car enthusiast so you can learn all about them and their ride. So today we're going to be interviewing my buddy here, Adrian, and his R32 sedan. What's up, man? How are you?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Nice. Oh, look at that, rocking the pin.
Yeah, man.
Nice. Cool.
Represent.
Park this baby.
All right.
What are we looking at?
So this is a 1990 Nissan Skyline R32. It's a GTS-4 model, so it's all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive.
Yep.
Okay. And why did you choose this particular model Skyline?
Well, to be honest with you, it was in between a 2-door and a 4-door, and if it wasn't a GTR, then I was going for a 4-door. So that's why it happened.
And how long have you owned it?
It's been just over 2 years now.
2 years. Done quite a bit in 2 years.
Yeah, I would say so.
And I already know the answer to the next question. You did not buy this like this. You've done this.
No, I bought the car bone stock. I mean, stock suspension, stock everything. Stock aero, you name it, it was stock.
Well, it looks super clean. Let's talk about some of these mods. Start from the front here. What do we got?
All right, so starting from the front, we have OEM GTR front bumper, which bolted on relatively well. We also have the amber corners, which did not come on the sedan model. The sedan model came with some clear corners, so I was able to find these, which wasn't the easiest thing to find. We also have on the front bumper a GTR emblem, as well as on the fenders. They just look much nicer in my opinion, so that's why I did those. But you know, that's kind of it with the aero on the front side.
All right. Look at that other emblem.
Oh, and to mention the sedans, and I believe most of the coupes came with power mirrors, so that's pretty cool.
Very cool. All right, working our way towards the back.
Towards the back, the obvious part is the Tomei full titanium exhaust. Bolts on beautifully, sounds wonderful. I also decided to go with a GTR wing on the sedan, which was a little bit tricky to get on there because you have to do some modifications to fit it, but it did the trick. As far as the badge is concerned, that's the Hakusuka, or Hakasuka, however you want to say it, but that's the Hakusuka badge, the original badge, OEM. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things, definitely.
OEM taillights?
OEM taillights, yeah. Just nice and clean. You know, thank God I haven't had to polish them or anything like that. So that's kind of what we're working with.
All right, and I already know the answer to this one too, but is this your first SChassis or Skyline?
It is not.
It is not.
You want to tell them what my last car was? Or?
So Adrian before this had a super clean 180SX. It was actually multicolored for a couple of years.
Yeah, 50 shades of gray.
50 shades of gray. But once it got painted, it was immaculate. I mean, this thing was amazing. The bay was super nice. And he ended up selling it to Elvis from Stance Nation.
Yeah. We kept it a secret for a while, but yeah, the car's in California now.
Yes, it got a good home. He's taking good care of it.
Oh yeah. And
I'm glad you came back for round two. That's very common for guys with SChassis and Skylines to sell them and come back to the game.
Yeah, I couldn't leave.
So what's your favorite thing about the car?
I love a lot of things about the car, but I would definitely have to say the rear windows. So the rear windows, if you notice, they angle down when they come all the way down, which is pretty cool. When they go up, they level out, but when they come down, they have that little angle, and I think it gives the car a little bit of spirit, a little bit of like, you know, kind of race car feel. So
it's definitely something you don't see. It's not very common.
Yeah, I love it.
Super unique. All right, so what's your least favorite thing about the car?
Least favorite thing about my car, I would probably have to say, the back seats.
The back seats.
I hate the color of the back seats. Whoa. That's the OEM. I haven't touched them yet, so they are hideous.
Oh.
The design is not so bad, but
sorry, back seats, you gotta go.
Yeah.
All right, future plans for the car, man.
So future plans, I mean, you know, there's always a million things I want to do, but to be honest with you, I think one of the biggest things I want to do is rebuild the engine, just get the engine a little bit stronger, maybe upgrade a turbo, and maybe some side skirts, and just definitely reupholster the rear seats.
All right.
That has to go.
I think I might have even seen a carbon fiber hood laying around
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. So I have a Sabon carbon fiber hood sitting at home. I just haven't had the time to install it. It needs a few repairs, so I'll get to it when I get to it for sure.
All right, how long did it take to get used to driving right-hand drive? This is always an interesting answer.
Well, since I don't drive the car every day, you know, I drove the car sparingly, but I would say it took me a couple of weeks to definitely get used to it.
All right, any memorable stories driving right-hand drive?
You know, as far as memorable is concerned, the biggest thing I remember in the beginning was always hitting the road. What do you call those things? The
road reflectors.
The reflectors.
Lanes?
Yes, I was always kind of going to the left, you know, because that was my my guidance, you know, to be on the road.
From driving on the other
yeah,
side so
but
long.
Eventually I got used to it. Now I focus on the markers on the road markers on the right. So.
All right.
Reflectors.
All right, so now that we've seen all the arrows, let's talk about wheels for a second.
So these are Work Emotion CR Kiwamis or CR Ultimates. These are the latest model, the latest version. They are 17x9 all around, so I have a square setup. We have some Yokohama S-Drive tires on there. I'm still running on stock calipers right now, but they are the 4 pots in the front and 2 pot in the rear. The car drives nice on these tires. It's a nice setup, honestly.
Well, I admire your offset. As
Thank
anyone
you.
can see in this video, this man knows the word flush.
And there's no spacers or anything. I mean, it was a perfect.
No rubbing?
No rubbing whatsoever.
Amazing.
And I still have the front guards on.
Amazing.
Like the fender liner.
All right, let me hit you with a curveball. Do you remember how or when we met?
Wow, that's a tough one, man. I would probably say, if I can pinpoint it, it was about 10 years ago at one of like the original Fuddruckers. I'm not sure if it was an SFL240SX meet, but it was definitely something along those lines.
Some random car meet somewhere.
Yeah, but it was about 10 years ago down in like Pinecrest.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's go some rapid fire, man. Give me your favorite motor.
Favorite motor, I would have to say RB26 for sure.
RB26, yes, that's a good choice. Least favorite motor?
You know, I don't really have a least favorite motor. I mean, I see potential in all motors.
Potential. This man is an optimist. Give me your favorite wheel.
Favorite wheel, a lot of people may not know this wheel, but it's a Hero V1R.
V1R, okay.
Yeah, they're old school, I think 79 or 80s.
All right, give me your first mod.
First mod, coilovers. Fortune Auto coilovers.
Yes, do not overlook handling. Coilovers are such a bang for the buck mod. Last mod.
Last mod, the Cusco Brake Master cylinder stopper.
All right, and if I was not driving this R32, I would be driving.
I would definitely have to say a JZX 100 Chaser, the Toyota. That's another sedan that I'm in love with.
Awesome, man. All right, let's take a look under the hood. What do we got here?
So this is a stock internal RB20 DET with a stock exhaust manifold, stock turbo, so pretty much stock. And also, now that you're moving into the middle of the engine, we have a Wiring Specialties coil pack harness. I had to change them out because they were just nasty.
It's a nice upgrade.
Yeah, nice and clean, and they work well. And now to the right you have the ARC intake box, which for the RB20 DET, believe it or not, it's pretty hard to find.
Anybody who knows ARC, that is some nice stuff.
Yeah, I can name a few people.
Name a few, yeah, I think
right?
I can name a few. All right, what's next here?
So you're looking at Fortune Auto 500 series coilovers, wrapped with a beautiful Nismo OEM strut bar. And right behind you have a GFB blow-off valve. Go Fast Bits is actually what that stands for. They're in Australia. Works well, sounds nice.
Everybody likes a good blow-off valve.
Yeah, we have a stock intake manifold. Haven't switched that up yet. Down there you got some beautiful shiny blue Cusco Brake Master cylinder stopper. It actually makes a huge difference with your stopping, the pedal feel. And then we have ourselves AC Delco battery, which is actually from the Prius, just because of the small terminal. So I had to upgrade that.
Save the planet.
Save the planet.
All right, we're gonna take a look inside this beautiful car. Adrian, tell me what we're looking at.
So starting from the top, we have ourselves an OEM cluster. Up front, we have a Nardi Vertex collaboration steering wheel, which I paired with a Works Bell Splash quick release. Then right behind it, you're gonna notice that there's a Yashio Factory version 3 gauge, which I got all the way from Japan, which is a pretty neat gauge. Working our way down, we got ourselves a BR rev limiter. I think it's 30th year edition, if I'm not mistaken. That thing works beautiful. Going down to the mats, we have Imperial mats. They're pretty much OEM replica mats. Check them out on IG. Beautiful, beautiful quality. I actually got them in the rear as well. And then going with the pedals, so previous owner had an auto look dead pedal installed, which is pretty cool. Right next to it, the clutch pedal is a June extender clutch pedal. Essentially, it makes it a little bit thicker for my short self. Regular brake pedal, and then some sort of, you know, little accelerator mod that they did to the pedal, which is pretty cool. And then working our way that way, we have ourselves a beautiful Nismo shift knob paired with a Nismo fashion lighter, which is pretty cool, a red one actually. They come in red and yellow. Then right up top, we have ourselves an HKS electronic valve controller, which actually works, believe it or not. Got ourselves a regular Kenwood receiver just for some tunes. And then one of my favorite parts in the interior, to be honest with you, is the R33 GTR seats. Unmodified, unreupholstered. They are beautiful.
Very clean.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, Adrian, thank you very much for sharing your car with us.
Thank you, thank you. I'm all smiles right now.
So now's your chance. Give me all your shout outs, your thank yous. Who helped you out here?
So first and foremost, I have to thank my wife. She has been amazing since I met her. She's always supported my hobby. Not to say that it's not frustrating at times, but she's always wanted me to embrace it, and I really say thank you for that. Next down the line, I have to say thanks to Andy McFly. Andy, you've always been a big help with the car. You're always taking care of me when I need you, when I'm in a pickle. Nick, thanks for taking care of the paint on the car. If you already don't know Nick, I mean, he's doing some beautiful body work and paint work. And lastly, well, no, not lastly, actually, Javi Funk. He's amazing, doing some great YouTube work, and just been a friend forever. And actually, lastly, I gotta say thanks to Kyle from SFL240SX. I mean, if it wasn't for you, then we wouldn't be having all these beautiful videos, and we wouldn't be having all these great hangouts. So thank you for keeping the community real, keeping it tight, and I appreciate that, man. Awesome. Much love.
Well, I've got a surprise for you.
Uh-oh.
Now, if you remember when I was in Japan and I was doing all my Instagram stories, I was at one point in some comic book, anime type shop, and I happened to come across a whole wall full of Akira stuff.
Okay.
And I got a DM from Adrian. If only I could get something,
dude,
something Akira from Japan. God. So, my friends.
Sweet. Oh, damn.
This is one of those grab bag box. We don't know what's in it. It's gonna be one of these. So
sweet, man.
We'll have to open that, and I'll add a picture at the end of what actually was inside.
This is not a setup, guys. No. He just surprised me with this.
Yeah, this is legit.
Badass, man.
Well, thank you so much, Adrian. Appreciate it. Beautiful car. I'm glad you came back to the world after selling your S13.
Thank you.
Came back with the super, super clean. Probably one of the cleanest four-door Skylines around.
Much appreciated.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Adrian. Listen to the sound of that. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. For daily content, follow me on Instagram at SFL240SX. I'll see you in the next video.